And a missing teenager was found safe in Kalamazoo. We have the latest on what happened. And President Trump is headed to Switzerland to meet with other world leaders today. News Channel 3 live starts right now.
Covering West Michigan to protect and alert you. This is News Channel 3, live at noon.
And thank you for joining us on News Channel 3 live at noon. I'm Julie Williams, and we want to start with a live look over downtown Kalamazoo, where it looks pretty gray and it looks like it's snowing again. So we will get you right over to meteorologist Jeff Porter. Jeff, we've got the snow and it is so cold.
It's that combination here, Julie. Julie, thank you very much. Good afternoon to everyone. It's really never stopped snowing in Kalamazoo. It's like a lake effect event that won't relent. We have the tiny lake effect flakes here in Allegan as well. It is a live look, a very snowy live look here out over the Old Iron Bridge. We want to talk about where we're going for the afternoon. We think lake effect should really wind down by dinner time. Mid-teens here. There's a small window for a little bit of clearing. Our friends south of I-94 have been seeing some of that. In fact, some sun. But look at this. As soon as just after midnight, hopefully you're sleeping at that point, snow is back. We want to talk about how much snow this time. And it looks like it's going to be an area-wide event here, about 3 to 4 in Kalamazoo and along I-94. We've actually beefed up the amounts south of I-94 to 1 to 3. There will be some lake effect enhancement here, Holland and northward. And it's going to be a little bit more snow, maybe upwards of about a half foot. And some of that will develop before the main feature arrives. So this is 11 o'clock tonight. And then notice the snow sweep in here just a little bit after midnight. This is now 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Let's tackle the snow that we have right now, at least a good quarter of an inch so far today, and it's not done yet. In fact, there's a little bit of a convergence zone right out over Kalamazoo, as we can see the snow showing up here downtown Parchment to Alamo Cooper, just to name a few spots. The visibility in Kalamazoo right now is actually under 2 miles. Kalamazoo, you're at 10. As Julie said, it feels like -6, but it's awfully cold here. At least we are in the double digits, however, 10 Battle Creek, 10 Three Rivers, 10 Sturgis, and Coldwater. When the next blast of Arctic air arrives, Julie, we're going to time it out for you at 12:15.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. And folks, we want to show you what you'll be dealing with if you do have to head out this afternoon. So we have some of our crews out on the roads right now. The News Channel 3's Carter Landis is in Kalamazoo for us. Good afternoon, Carter. How are you? And how are things out there?
Yeah, good afternoon, Julie. I'm here in the backseat while my cameraman is driving there. We are headed up Oakland Drive right now, and it is definitely quite cold. You both mentioned that cold weather has not done the roads any favors. You can still see the snow on the road, making a road here on Oakland just 2 tracks there. It's slick. You can kind of see the drivers in front of me and on the side of the driving slow. Going pretty well below the speed limit there on Oakland Drive there. And, you know, the Michigan Department of Transportation always recommends that when you have to travel in these conditions, make sure you leave early, slow down, give yourself enough time to get to where you need to go. Now, this cold weather also does not allow for the city to put salt down on those roads. You know, the snow won't be removed until it's warm enough. The salt is effectively useless when the temperature is under 15 degrees, and I believe it's about 10 degrees last time I checked. Okay, it's up to 13, so, you know, much warmer now. It's about time to bust out the shorts, I think. But, yeah, you can see there's much less traffic than you typically see in the middle of a weekday here. People are, if they are trying to, you know, avoid that these road conditions, they certainly are, but you can still really see the snow on the roads. That does not appear to be going anywhere today for sure, at least for us, as we are doing this driving live with you guys. And we also will be checking in with an auto body shop. And so many crashes, you know, the 100 car pileup from yesterday will definitely be on top of that, and definitely a lot more weather coverage throughout our 5 and 6 shows, our late shows on our website, WWMT.com. So stay tuned for that. We are out in these conditions, so you do not have to be. We are live in Kalamazoo. Carter Landis, News Channel 3.
All right. Thank you, Carter. We appreciate you guys keeping an eye on things for us. You know, folks, with this cold, we do want to let you know that there are warming shelters in West Michigan, but advocates say places still need more flexible emergency spaces. They say folks who are experiencing homelessness right now are especially vulnerable. That's why volunteers got together in Kalamazoo yesterday to provide food, warm clothes, hot coffee, charging stations, and even pet food.
We all know that there's inclement weather here now, and we needed more warming shelters. So I felt this was an opportunity for me as an elected official to get very, very active in keeping people warm.
City officials say they're keeping an eye on our shelters and the capacity at warming centers. We do want to let you know, too, St. Luke's Episcopal Church has opened as an emergency warming shelter. We do have an update. Police found a 17-year-old boy who had gone missing in Kalamazoo. His name is Jordan Harold. He is safe. Police let us know he's autistic. He had gone missing in his PJs around 1 this morning. He had been last seen near Wheaton and Oak Street, and police actually say they found him in an apartment building nearby on Westnedge. But again, Jordan Harrelson is safe. President Trump took office 1 year ago, and this week he says he's focused on foreign policy. He's headed to Switzerland today for the World Economic Forum, and he's expected to talk about his plan to acquire Greenland. CBS News' Natalie Brand has the latest.
President Trump leaves tonight for Davos, where European allies hope to de-escalate tensions over Greenland. The president is making clear he's not backing down.
Let's put it this way, it's going to be a very interesting Davos.
Ahead of the summit, President Trump posted a series of eye-catching social media posts. One image of him planting the American flag in Greenland.
It is not easy when we wake up every morning to new threats.
Another revealing a private message from French President Emmanuel Macron saying, "I do not understand what you're doing on Greenland." At Davos today, Macron also addressed the president's newly threatened tariffs on allies over the issue.
An endless accumulation of new tariffs that are fundamentally unacceptable, even more so when they are used as leverage against territorial sovereignty.
In London, House Speaker Mike Johnson told British Parliament he hoped to calm the water.
We've always been able to work through our differences calmly as friends. We will continue to do that. I want to assure you this morning that that is still the case.
The international tensions come as President Trump marks 1 year into his second term. The latest CBS News polling shows his approval rating at 41% overall, with many saying they want more focus on the economy.
People have told us that their income isn't keeping pace with inflation. That's been a consistent story through the year, and they're looking for the administration to put more emphasis on lowering prices.
President Trump says in Davos he will deliver the message that America's economy is strong. He's also expected to talk about affordability. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The new poll says 70% of people don't want us to use federal money to buy Greenland, and 86% of people don't want us to use military force. Governor Whitmer and the CEO of Michigan's Development Corporation are also over in Switzerland, and they say this is part of their strategy to attract more global investors, support employers, and grow key industries. Governor Whitmer will be part of the World Economic Forum annual meeting, and she also plans to give an address about electric cars and her leadership here in Michigan. Well, this afternoon, Homeland Security says Minnesota's governor and the mayor of Minneapolis are releasing criminals from jail. Now, people are still protesting in Minneapolis, and President Trump has said he might send troops in. 1,500 soldiers are on standby for that right now, but Minnesota says that's unconstitutional. Homeland Security says their ICE agents are trained for what's happening in Minneapolis.
The bottom line is, as we know, this is not about safety. It's not about crime. This is about intimidation in Minneapolis. We're not going to be intimidated.
Their specialized skill set is being utilized where they are located and the jobs that they are doing in Minneapolis and across other cities across the country.
A federal judge says ICE can't use pepper spray against peaceful protesters. Homeland Security, though, says their agents are being attacked. And some of Minnesota's workers' unions say they might go on strike on Friday because of these protests. Now, there is some confusion about the investigation into Renee Good's death. He was shot and killed by ICE in Minneapolis. And the Washington Post had reported that the FBI launched a civil rights investigation, but then the deputy attorney general said he didn't want a federal probe. Some lawmakers have said there should be one, but Homeland Security says this is being handled like any other case.
we are following the exact same investigative and review process that we always have under ICE and under Homeland Security and within the administration, the exact same policy that the Biden administration used.
The Justice Department says the investigation belongs to federal officials, but Minnesota says they don't need permission and they're asking people for evidence directly. Police say 2 women in Battle Creek are okay, thankfully, even though a man broke into their home and one of them stabbed him in the stomach. Now, this all happened on North 29th Street just after 8:30 Saturday. Police say the man who broke in was one of the women's ex-boyfriends, and her friend actually confronted him and then he choked her. That's when she grabbed glass from the window he had gotten through and stabbed him. Police say the suspect went to the hospital, and that's where he was arrested. And right now, police in Indiana are looking for the person who shot a judge and his wife in their home. They're both in the hospital. They survived. Well, police say the suspect rang the doorbell and then shot through the front door. Police haven't released any information on the suspect yet or on a possible motive. Well, coming up this afternoon, Spain is in 3 days of mourning right now, and we have the latest on a deadly train crash there. And the death toll is going up in Iran because of those protests there, and hackers just got into some of their broadcast systems.
Julie, thank you very much. Right now, Battle Creek -8. How cold it will feel like Friday morning. How cold will actually be on Saturday. It's great to have you alongside. You're watching News Channel 3 live at noon.
Next, Billy Bob and his show Landman.
I'm Tommy Norris, the landman. Tommy is just exhausted.
Well, if you're basing him off Texans, we're wild, but we're fun.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, today at 4 on News Channel 3.
Spotlight on America investigates.
If we would force every healthcare provider to give you, the patient, the consumer, the prices, then you can make better choices.
Patients Deserve Price Tags Act.
Tonight at 11 on News Channel 3.
You think of you got kidneys water conditioning.
Do you know what's in your drinking water? Are your toilet and tub stained? Do your glasses look cloudy?